Before she died, JonBenet Ramsey's mom finally broke silence about JonBenet Ramsey, and it's not good. For nearly 30 years, the murder of JonBenet Ramsey has remained an open wound in the American conscience. A 6-year-old girl found dead in her own home, a bizarre ransom note, and a crime scene compromised from the start. But beyond the headlines and the pageant photos lies a deeper, more unsettling mystery: the silence of her mother, Patsy Ramsey. At Prestige Buzz, we are going beyond the myths to explore the irreversible choices made when a world falls apart. The shield of silence. From the moment the investigation began, Patsy Ramsey was placed under a microscopic lens. Every sob was dissected, every structured phrase analyzed. While her husband, John Ramsey, turned to his instincts of corporate containment and strategy, Patsy absorbed the emotional fallout. As the years passed and investigators focused on the theatrical, 3-page ransom note, a note many experts believe was written by someone inside the house, Patsy didn't grow louder in her defense. She grew quieter. She retreated behind lawyers and faith, creating a closed system of silence that many interpreted as a calculation rather than grief. The breaking point. Everything changed when Patsy was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Serious illness has a way of eroding the energy required to maintain a public mask. In her final years, the performance of certainty began to crack. In private, away from the cameras and the pressure of the Boulder Police Department, Patsy's language shifted. She stopped speaking in declarations of innocence and began speaking in reflections of consequence. She described the morning of December 26, 1996, not as a clear narrative, but as a blur of panic. The least destructive path. The most haunting revelation from those close to her was Patsy's occasional use of a specific phrase: choosing the least destructive path. It wasn't a confession, but it wasn't a denial either. It suggested that in the frantic hours after JonBenet was found, decisions were made, decisions driven by terror rather than malice. She spoke of how there were no good options and how a chain reaction was set in motion by fear, where each step forced the next until there was no turning back. Investigators have long theorized that the tragedy of JonBenet was compounded by human behavior under extreme pressure, where ordinary people chose containment over clarity to protect what was left of their family. A legacy of ambiguity. When Patsy Ramsey passed away in 2006, she took the final truth with her. She left behind a legacy not of peace, but of a chilling paradox: a mother who may have been surviving the consequences of her own choices. John Ramsey remains consistent in his version of events, but without Patsy, the case has frozen in time. JonBenet remains a symbol of a search for justice that was silenced by the very people meant to protect her. The Ramsey case reminds us that silence, once chosen, can become a prison that outlives the people who built it. What do you believe happened in those early morning hours? Was it a calculated cover-up or a tragedy born of pure panic? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into the mysteries that define our history, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Prestige Buzz, and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update.